Hey everybody, it's Janice with Creating Through Chaos. I'm going to start this project off with this Amazon envelope, and you'll need something round. I used the air dry clay tub that I had, and you're just going to draw a circle around, and then you're going to cut both layers. So cut right through both sides, and just make sure that you get around those edges, and then I cleaned up the edges after I got it out of the packaging. And just make sure you hold them together so that they don't fall apart. And then I'm going to cut that all the way around. I used a chalk pencil for this. And then once I have them cut out, you'll have two layers, and I'm going to flip them inside out so that you don't see the marking. And then I am going to just start gluing around the edges. I'm going to glue all the way around, and I'm going to leave a top part open. So I'm just going to glue this bottom half, make sure that they were lined up, and then I'm going to go along the sides. And get that glued, and not all the way to the top. I want to leave, I don't know, about 4 inches open. Once you have those all glued together and you have that top part open, I just took an X-Acto knife or something sharp, and I am going to just poke a hole on either side, right on either side of the opening. Now that I had the holes done, I am going to start painting this, and I painted it with the color Vintage White by Folk Art. And I did 2 coats on both sides, and I made sure that I got around the edges so that you couldn't see any of the paper showing. So I did all the way around and all the way around on the back. Once the paint was fully dry, I'm going to take some rusty wire. I'm going to push it into the hole that we made on either side. And then I'm just going to take a pair of pliers and wrap the wire around those to make like a little loop with the wires to hold it into place. And then I'm going to take a paintbrush, and I'm going to wrap the wire around that so that it will be curly for a hanger. So I'm just going to keep going around the paintbrush, kind of pushing it together, getting it the size that I want and have all the curls that I want. So I'm just going to keep going around until I get it to look exactly how I want it. Once I have it all curled the way I want, I'm going to push the other side through the other hole. And I'm going to repeat the same process I did on the other side, where I twist the wire with a pair of pliers. So I'm just going to leave a little bit out here, twist it, and my pliers are like broken, so they don't hold quite right. I need to get a new pair. So now I'm just kind of arranging the wire how I want it. Next, I am going to start making the snowman's face. So I'm going to draw 2 teardrops for the eyes. And I'm just doing this with a pencil so that when I go to paint, I don't mess up and I know exactly where I need to go. So I'm just making sure these eyes are nice and even. And then I am going to go sideways and make a sideways teardrop with an elongated tip. And then just draw a smiley face. So 2 half circles and kind of like a circle at the bottom. Now I'm just going to take some pink paint, add that to the cheeks, and then I'm going to start painting the eyes. So I'm going to just use a small paintbrush with some black paint. And I always get asked where I buy my paintbrushes. I buy the cheap paintbrushes that are in the big bag. You get a pack of like 20 paintbrushes, and I just use the small ones out of that. I am famous for not remembering to rinse out my paintbrushes, so they get ruined really fast. So I just buy those, and I use them, and they work great. And I don't really worry because I only pay $5 or $6 for a whole bunch of them. So once I had the eyes done, I'm going to start tracing back out the mouth with the black paint. And I'm just going to go all the way around. And just tracing out the line that I drew with the pencil. Next, I'm going to take the color Burnt Orange, and I am going to do the nose. So again, just tracing out where I drew out the nose already and just kind of following the line with my paint. And again, just using the same small brush. I just rinsed it out from the black and using it to do the orange. Making sure I get the tip of that nose and getting everything all filled in. And I usually just follow the line and then sort of color in as I go with the paint. And then I'm going to let all of that dry. Once that was dry, I'm going to take some white paint. I'm going to put a line on either side of the eyes. Again, using the same paintbrush. And then I'm going to flip that paintbrush over, dip it in the white paint, and then I am going to put a dot on either side of the eyes. And now I'm going to take some black paint and give him some eyebrows. So one on either side. And this is coming out so super cute. Then I found this glitter paint from Hobby Lobby. It's made by Deco Art and it's called Crafter's Acrylic Glitter Paint. And I'm just going to put that all over the whole entire project. Right all over his whole face. And then I'm going to repeat that same thing on the back. It's really hard to see, but it's very sparkly, so it's hard to see on the camera. And again, I did the back. Now I'm going to take some polyfill and I'm going to fill the pocket. Once I have that pocket all filled, I'm going to take some ticking stripe fabric that I just ripped from the ticking stripe, and I get this at Hobby Lobby. And then I'm just going to cut that down to size. And I'm just tying that right on the hanger. Then I'm going to take a rusty bell and safety pin and put that right in the center of the knot that I just made. And now I am going to fill the pocket with some greenery. I got this greenery just recently at Walmart. It was 97 cents for a little pick. And I am going to take that and just kind of cut it down to size and fill up that pocket. So just trimming off the pieces, fill it as much as I want. You could fill it with whatever you have, and that is it. This project is finished. I think this turned out so super cute, and I love the fact that it was made out of an Amazon envelope. How many packages do we get a week? We could be using these to make tons of snowmen. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this project. I hope it inspires you to make one, and as always, don't forget to spread the chaos.